We could stay out late until the sun sets past day.
All right, man. 20 Kids live direct and in effect, man. It's going down for the town, Oklahoma City bound. Knowledge is key. What's happening?
What's up, God body? What's the business? What's the
All
business?
right.
Much love. Much love to everybody out there. What's going on? Happy Tuesday.
All right, happy Tuesdays, man. Absolutely, man. What you think about the gang responsible for Quando Rondo's attempted hit? You know, they on TV bragging about it. We was just did a previous episode talking about, you know, the DA charging motherfuckers for rap lyrics and shit. You hear me? Now they got this attempted hit. You know, give me a little insight on that.
Man, the way I see that there is you got gangs from California that started in California and they trickled down. I personally think it started with television. You had the movies with the Bloods and Crips. What's the Colors? With the Colors movie a long time ago. All the gangs wasn't really existing.
Nightmare. Whoa.
You know what I'm saying?
Real
shit.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Run with it. All right, but the artists at that time, I mean, people at that time, gangbanging really didn't hit down south like that up until then. You know, it started hitting other places. So now you got people who move from California to other places. Quando Rondo say, you know, he with the 60s. Neighborhood. Yeah, he's a neighborhood Crip. So when you start looking at it and you say, now the neighborhood Crips have affiliations in California with other people that are opposition to Quando Rondo. They might be from Chicago, but it's a beef. You know, King Von got killed within that situation. So now you got people who actually bringing money to the Hoovers or to the neighborhoods, and you got Quando Rondo. They telling him to check, you know, tap in. You got to pay, and he like, fuck it, I'm not paying. We supposed to all be part of the same gang. Next thing you know, he get backdoored. Whatever happened, you know, it happens. But yeah, so I mean, that's really the judge. So he put down his rag. He say, what's the point in claiming you cats gang when it all come down? Y'all messing with the opposition. Y'all will get me hit up. We supposed to be all representing the same banner.
A lot of the time, motherfucker own or something, they got the bag or something, they start exploiting or extorting their own motherfuckers. For how they do that shit. So is this the case? We're gonna play this little clip.
Boy, the internet is really a big old hood. Now social media lets everybody know everybody. So now we already know what happened to Quando Rondo and who may be responsible for this actual hit. Allegedly, it was because of a picture that Quando Rondo took 3 years ago. Now in this picture, he's dissing a rival gang in the LA area, and the alleged people responsible are bragging on social media about it. Guess if you can't claim that you actually did.
You know, to add insult to injury, you know what I'm saying? The rappers are getting crucified. It's a public lynching going on with the rappers. You know, they're getting crucified for things that they're talking about. 90% of them aren't actually doing things that they're talking about like that, but it's adding a narrative. They're painting a narrative with the youth or on TV or just the media. Let's pull up another little clip about how the DA feel about that.
What are your specific responses to the criticism that you're specifically targeting Atlanta's hip hop community through these lyrics?
I'm not targeting anyone, but however, you do not get to commit crimes in my county and then decide to brag on it, which you do that for a form of intimidation and to further the gain and not be held responsible. One of the lyrics used in this indictment, just one of the lyrics, is me and my crew striking out, striking in all black. Send me the drop, we'll kick in the house. If we steal a car, we're going to take off the tag. Well, they kick it indoors, committing home invasions, and now I'm using those lyrics that they're admitting to doing that. I'm going to continue to do that. People can continue to be angry about it. I have some legal advice. Don't confess to crimes on rap lyrics if you do not want them used, or at least get out of my county.
High powered bullshit.
I
mean,
man.
Yeah. So how do you confess by rapping? I mean, I always heard of freedom of speech. So if I get on here tonight and say I'm sick of all this shit, like everything that I see in this world, like the real doers, the real people who really doing certain things, I would be restricted from my speech on what I could say. I would be censored immediately. I'm talking about immediately if I start speaking freely. But now these rappers choose to speak freely and they come up on federal indictment for freedom of speech. Like, just because you say, hey, I got the spaceships back here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if I say I fucked me a hoe this morning on that spaceship right there, can I be, crucified for this nigga crazy? No, it's a freedom of speech. And the freedom of speech has gotten so bad. I mean, we could even go further. We will. Hey, if y'all want to take our video off tonight, fuck it. Take it off. You know what I'm saying? This is how we're going to run it. Me and a brother had a conversation earlier where they spoke on Fauci, who happened to be on the news, Dr. Fauci. So with that being said, he basically admitted that polio was inside of the vaccine that they were giving. He said that people are having when they expel the poop out of their body, that people have the ability to catch a new strand of polio by people that have taken a vaccine. Now, if this guy can say this on the news and then somebody goes back and plays and retracts what he said, how in the hell do you actually begin to think that you could censor someone for saying what somebody openly said? I mean, hold on, we got a message here. Also on social media, we're being robbed of freedom of speech. True story. Meta, aka Facebook, is the king of taking our free speech away. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I mean, yeah, if you share certain posts, gone. It's like, and then people actually crack jokes about being in Facebook jail. Are you?
I didn't know that was the real shit.
Real
they
shit,
said
like,
what? I'm
hey,
like, motherfuckers going to jail on Facebook? What the fuck?
Facebook jail. Hey, it's cheers.
Gosh,
hey, it's a wild game.
Hey man, let's listen to the little sister on a little insight, man, about it, because I think this is interrelated on the narrative that we're painting right here.
Historical system of slavery and the prison, the institution of the prison together. And specifically, I want us to think about the extent to which the vast global apparatus of imprisonment, and particularly corporate involvement in the business of punishment, that these developments are related to what I would call the sedimented history of slavery we are living out today.
Hey man, and so like I say, a lot of the rappers with the RICO acts, a lot of this shit, with the systematic planned annihilation. We keep talking to the youth. You hear me talking at them. We keep telling them to do better. Stay out of negative situations. When we have people at the top standing on the backs of the labor. What was yesterday? Just labor force. What is that?
Labor Day.
Labor Day.
Whoa.
God damn. What? Hey, let's celebrate your labor. Why we get rich in the motherfucker? You hear me? We gonna get rich in the motherfucker and celebrate y'all labor. Keep working hard. Shit. Being patriotic and shit. Why these motherfuckers is enslaving your motherfucking ass. It's gonna be clearly apparent. But back to, like I say, the gangs, man, they be doing that a lot in prison, bro. You hear me? The gangs, you're like, damn, y'all wanna. The homie can't have shit because he got to pay the car. He got to pay. It's down there like it's protection agencies. You hear me? You need some security. You need some whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. That's what they be doing. They got the homie. And then, they had to stop doing that with the clubs. People was hiring the homies for security, because it's like the police, they get some militancy in it. You hear me? It's like, you do this or else. You hear me? So shit. It's a lot of rules and regulations, man. Parliamentary laws instilled within these gangs, man. So people gotta follow suit. But a lot of the times, man, the homies, when you got the best hand, your worst hand, when you got the best hand, your worst enemy is your best friend, man. So it's a power thing. When you assume power, somebody's gonna be trying to knock you off your heel. It could be the person that's closest to you, the person that you choose to be around, your friend. A lot of the times that's what these youngsters is going through, man. The undeveloped minds. You hear me? It ain't no way. Well, some of us will do the same shit we was doing out here in the 20s. You hear me? Same active, same, they just getting older, but the situation not changing. But we're supposed to evolve, Evolving is good, but as the world turns, so should us. We should change. The weather changes up, we should play the narrative of the situation. So that's my little piece on that, bro.
Yeah, man. So I'm gonna have to play like the advocate tonight. Like, we normally talk about the rappers, but I think the big part that we missing is the biggest gangs, the politicians. Like, they got a red and blue side too. They got a conservative and a liberal side as well. You know what I'm saying? And most people think that the liberals are like the best ones and the conservatives are the, but
especially the African American community.
It's special.
Why are we overwhelmingly Democratic? They don't have to give us shit because they know we gonna just we're Democrats. They don't got to give us shit. You hear me?
Man. Hey, bro, did you know the HBCUs were having to go every year and ask the presidents for funding for money? Up until, I would say, Trump came in office. The first time they came and said, we have to get our money, reissued every year. So they went to him the first year, and they came back the second year, and Trump said, what do y'all have to come back now? I just gave y'all money last year. Like, why are y'all coming back this year? And they said, that's the way it works. We have to ask for the funds once, every year. And he said, well, let's take care of that. It's done for the next 3 years while he was left president. He tried to make it a reoccurring thing, but all of the NCAA, those universities, they don't have to ask for state or government funded. They're always being funded year in, year out. But the HBCUs were having to go ask for that money. So Malcolm X said,
are they systematically left out? What's
most
going
definitely.
on?
Hey, Malcolm X said this a long time ago, that both parties were pretty much the same, but if you were going to veer towards one being better, it was going to be actually the conservatives, totally against what we were taught. Like, we actually started the conservative, the Republican Party. When I say we, bro, this is a truce amongst people that are going to have to start being out there. Like, we're going to have to start speaking freely because we're being censored. Like, can you hear that part of it? If somebody's attempting to shut you up, you just find a more clever way to say the same things. And eventually, hopefully, we'll be able to communicate from a cellular level. From a person just says a little bit, you're like, oh, I get exactly what they're saying. Like, this is almost where we're going to have to be, where we're going to get to the point to where we can telecommunicate or do whatever we have to do, because there is definitely, and this system, it's not just out for a certain type of people. No, like if you're not royal, if you're not one of these, we don't know what it totally is. You know, I still have questions. I know a lot, but I have questions. I try to leave no stone unturned, and it's some righteous questions out there. So you know, we can talk about the rappers and all that too, but for the young people, where I don't want to disconnect with them is I don't ever want to point the finger at you and say, look, you talking about putting people on a shirt. You know, Trap Boy Freddy on the highway while somebody's being killed and taking a picture. It's like, man, how foolish kind of can you be? So you don't want to speak to these people in such a manner where you deter them, where they can't see the bigger picture, where they can't see that you've been
where
used
you
as a pawn.
alienate yourself.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you'll alienate yourself instead of getting across the true points that need to be gotten across. Like there's a true point and true statement to all of this. Like, what if you are killing a prophet? Like, what if this person lives for 4 or 5 more years and they say that was the dumbest shit in this world? They brains start developing and they say, I don't know what the fuck I was on. But now they dead or they off the streets. They doing life behind bars where all they talent. The people behind them bars see they talent now. They see how productive they could be outside of those bars. But unless you are in these confined spaces, and then when they put you in jail, you're in a cell. So what does that cell do? It drains your energy. It drains you the same way a battery would. You're around all these people making noises, people with mental health problems because they stuck in these walls. Man, that shit drains. It can drain you, and some people never get over these experiences. Like, it's time to start speaking on shit like from a real deep level, because that's just what time it is. It's already, hey, we pushing on tomorrow. Tomorrow is the beginning of the next Mercury retrograde. Within this retrograde, you can achieve health, prosperity, a lot of things. But I told people it was going to get wild in September. So retrograde starting tomorrow. Mark on your calendar. Hey, man, pay attention to what's around you. Pay attention to what's around you.
Yeah. Why he getting off? Real shit. That's real shit.
Yeah.
The retrogrades, how I could explain it just to streamline it or simplify it, man, it's energy, man. Whatever type of energy that you're giving off, man, it's going to be reflected and given back to you. So if you operating on hate, that hate's going to come back to you. If you operating on the ethers of love, it's going to come back to you. You notice everybody's in an emotional state of distress right now. You know, so once we know that, we have to counteract that. If you find yourself in a stressful situation, just remember to take deep breaths. You know, motherfucker might be hyperventilating. they breathing, you know, breathe. You know, it's all about breathing, man. So that's some insight, man. I'm glad you shared that with us, man, because basically when you talk to the youth like that and you just identify the problems there, you're already just going to alienate yourself because it's a disconnection between the elders and the youth. First off, you hear me? We got fatherless children coming out here, basically being raised in it's all type of psychological conditions going up just from that. A man growing up seeing a woman, you hear me? Without a male figure in there. You know, the masculine, just the feminine tendencies that we take on from our moms. You hear me? Yeah, it's like you was talking about earlier, the type of jobs we like to do. We don't like to be in the sun, just create and build. You got to be in the AC. We got to, so the culture is definitely real, man, that we talking about with the youth, the gang culture. But I also like to say the attitude is reflected in the leadership. You know, the gang culture is a reflection of this white supremacist culture that they got going on. You hear me? You know, we just act like we don't even see this shit. You know, motherfuckers getting killed, gunned down on the streets, license here. Why'd you shoot me? It's on TV. It's just do better, you know, so we can't protect ourselves. So we're open for exploitation. Economically, we're not getting paid from our labor, but we're talking about the youth. And just look at them, you hear me? This is an animal that has been created. You know, so we're always going to be portrayed in a negative image until we control the image, right? The media. We need radio stations. We need media stations. We need newspaper stations.
Hey, stop right there. Bill Cosby tried to get a media network.
Why he in prison? You telling me Bill Cosby out here taking some pussy, man?
Hey,
this man got bees, man.
His son got murdered before that. They never found out who did it.
Trying to buy CBS. And
You
that's
know
the thing about it. That's the thing about that. You got billion-dollar corporations. You think you fist to come take they shit over? You hear me? Build your own shit. Don't, you're not finna take over some billion-dollar shit. You're not finna stop some billion-dollar shit like this institution of slavery that has, it's just a different language now, incarceration, prison. America leads the nation in incarceration. We're the best country in the world. We got people dying over here from gun violence, leading the nation. Gun violence, incarceration, health problems, leading the nation, leading other nations. You know, there's all type of epidemics going on, so we got to be conscious of these things. And you know, where do we start? Shit. Now that's a question. You hear me?
Hey, real talk. Wait, we got another question up, Court. It's crazy the Black Panthers were looked at so bad. Hey, that is a whole nother thing too. The Black Panthers just talked about this the other day. There were people that actually invested in the food programs that actually were giving the Black Panthers money, low key. But those people are still living. But the people that were actually doing the groundwork, they got they push crack. So this is the thing within the era of the Black Panthers. To get rid of the Black Panthers, they called something crack, and they put it in the communities to break up the communities or disunity that the energy they were creating. That is how they dissolved that energy. With the new generation, they say we have something better than crack. We have rap music, gangster rap music. You will not hear the tunes on any other culture's radio station that is allowed to be heard. Like, you have to take in consideration the devil was the angel of music. What they call the devil was an angel of music. So we're talking about vibrations here. If you put music or sounds on a certain frequency, it actually tunes into people's minds. So if you jamming, I'm flipping the script, I'm killing a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I got pockets all in my wrist. Look at my wrist. Nigga got chips. If you are putting this kind of energy out, because you could do the same thing, but trample up, run up good energy. And I'm not saying that you're not about all that you saying you about. You can really be about that when you need to be. But you can't tell me your whole life, everything you spitting is exactly that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's good days, bad. Hey, we all have days.
I agree. I agree and I disagree with that, man. You know, because like I say, shit, we not buying the music mostly. You see, down there R&B is dying because the plagiarism in pop, and they going over. Why you think Chris Brown and Neo and them going to pop? Shit, they making that money. They're like, fuck that, dudes. The niggas ain't buying music. Shit, the motherfucker, this shit is not. Every other motherfucker is listening to rap. We not listening to country songs or no goddamn Mexican music or Spanish music, or so the influence is. I think we're we're doing all the labor and we get paid the least amount of money. The record label is getting all that shit. You hear me? This system of slavery being instituted even into the music.
So talking about the record labels, right? Are they signing enough artists? Is it a balance between the stepper killing I'm smoking? Is there a balance between just the vibration of music? Is there a balance there, or is it uneven? Is it obvious that it's predicated kind of a certain way, or do you see a balance? Because I think there are a lot of artists out there that could be making major hits, dope music, that their music is too positive, or it's like a country song. A country song doesn't have. If you're a rapper and you're doing a record deal, you're gonna have A&Rs in your ear saying, "Hey man, it gotta be. You gotta get on that shit. You gotta be talking about drugs, murder, the things, sex, the things that you said we have a hunger for in America. You're gonna have to talk about these things, especially in rap. If you ask
I
rock and
don't
roll,
think the
if
I
you
don't
ask
think the
rock and roll,
ARs is telling them that shit. I think that's just their
I
preference.
this is where me and your disconnection is. Now I see it. You don't think the A&Rs or these record labels are telling these people to do it. I get where our disconnect is. So now I would say, yeah, experience is gonna show you different one day, brother.
All right.
That's the only thing I can do.
Rap, hey, the
Yeah.
American trauma or the American horror story that the black people and African American experience, people in general don't want to recognize.
Yeah.
The boldness and the
Yeah.
truth is being spit through in this music. You hear me?
Yeah.
Because we don't like to talk about slavery and all. Just look at the inception and coming soon. You know, from slavery to gangbanging. You at a motherfucker's inception, they get murdered, raped, killed, slaughtered, and no wonder people turned out to be like this. We don't see the coalition or the indoctrination, the programming, the system, you know. But so shit, like I say, the attitude is reflected in the leadership. The attitude is reflected in the leadership. The gangs for, you know, shit. That's responsible, you know, for Quando Rondo's attempted hit. You know, they saying motherfuckers are on set trying to get him. You hear me?
Yeah. And it's normally that way. When people start thinking you got this or you could have did this, yeah, it'll go real far depending on. Hey, man, a lot of people suffering in California, man. They robbing people while they eating outside. Like they had a lady where they taking her bracelets, her watches, and they eating outside, and the camera showing them like robbing them outside while other people right there eating. Like shit, California is. I mean, I'm saying it damn near can, yeah, bro. The classism, the have nots, depending on how bad they get. Like when people feel like they don't have nothing to lose, they become desperate. Like it get wild. But I think that's what Quando Rondo going through. I think he got some stomped down people that he around, but then at the same time, yeah, bro, you can get extorted. In that game right there, when you start connecting with people and thinking you cool with people and you get close to them, they can start telling you, hey, man, you know, you need to check in when you come to this city. You know, you need to check in. It's better off not even making allegiances or ties with certain people in certain situations and certain things. But then it come when you sign a contract. I don't know. What is a contract? What is Congress? I feel like every word you say with con, even in a conversation, you could deal with some type of trickery or, you know, it's something else there that you don't see.
Right, absolutely, man. And that's the smoke screen that I'm talking about, that they project and that the rappers is in here. That's the smoke screen. That's the little shit when the shit all clear. And we talking about the programs, you hear me? The programs, because shit, it ain't like, you know what they say about motherfuckers? Oh, it ain't like they ain't saying some real shit.
Yeah.
It ain't like, is it like they not saying some real shit? I guess that justifies everything. You saying some real shit, but when it's in and out of place, it's time and a place to say anything, you know. So basically, and when as rappers justifying going city to city, you know, an image that you portraying. What's the image of a rapper? What you got on your neck? A chain. So you go and see these. You hear me? I'm just for real shit. I'm almost think you don't make it. You ain't got a chain on your shit. You ain't a rapper, right? That's how the youth is.
You know what I just heard from you though?
Yeah.
You didn't even try to say it. But the rappers are showing the amount of trauma that technically cats have been through over lifespans that is kind of, I think it's just told in school, bro. When we babies, we don't think about this trauma. All this shit is told to you during your development, and that's the problem. Like we gotta unlearn that shit and then relearn a different way. Like we do have to reprogram our programmer. We got to get a different program from our real programmer because we done been programmed by some other type shit. But I just heard this from you. The rappers are speaking through the pain kind of what's going on. I don't think they speaking, because if you was gonna have hatred, if you was gonna have that, you still misplacing your energy, even if that is the case. Your energy is not being directed in the proper case. But yeah, man, but also yeah, bro, that's it. I was gonna say something else, but I lost my thought, man. But
go
yeah,
ahead. Shit.
no, I'm saying, yeah.
It's two people now.
Hey,
it's
yeah,
two
real
people.
talk.
Shit,
Real talk.
Shit.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, during the break, hey, for anybody out there with us, y'all tap in. Y'all got any questions? We like here. I know it's questions running through y'all mind, just like we think. Each one teach one. We trying to reach out to as many as possible. We all gonna learn together. We in this thing together. Like that's why me and Dirty get on here together. We gonna keep up with it and make sure these wheels are turning regardless. I think of doing other things every day. Dirty think of doing other things every day. But we gonna come here just as a proof that it can be done and shit. We rocking like a mother. We gonna show that things can be done together too. Yeah, we all got our lives, to live. We all gonna live them lives, and we all are gonna be as successful as far as living our purpose. Why we have come to do here, whatever we come to do here on earth, period. But yeah, so all y'all out there, y'all rocking with us just like we rocking. We all rocking together. Hey, we got it popping, man. But to get back on topic, not only Quando Rondo, bro, a lot of these rappers are being affected by the words. You put an S in front of words, you got swords. So they saying stuff from not watching their words, or there's still a vibration with these words. So they're drawing energies to themselves as well. But this is part of the us being older, where we could check it, even though we know where that energy come from. We could help them with the redirection or reinverting that energy, and that energy will turn to something special, bro. Because you can look at these little kids and tell what they are when they real small, but you can tell the programs that's being downloaded in them. It's just not, it's not what's gonna bring the greatest them out of them. You can be a warrior. You don't have to be a coward. Like cowards never get remembered. They never get noticed. You know what I'm saying?
Except their mouth.
Hey,
Except their mouth.
That's
Their
it.
mouth.
That's
they
it.
known for their mouth, their wordplay.
Yeah,
they're masters
you know what I'm saying?
of moving motherfuckers with emotions. You hear me?
Hey, for real.
They're not gonna get in the blender.
Yeah.
They have it all falling down though when they don't gotta get it. You know what I mean? That shit is bro. For real.
Yeah.
Hey man, that shit, when the motherfucker is in the game, the vision is totally different. When like you in the fight, a motherfucker outside watching the fight, man, all you had to do was duck, do a backflip and do the splits and then step up and do a roundhouse and he would have won the fight. You hear me? It looked that easy until you got these punches coming from different angles and kicks and different, man. So the game, the vision is definitely different, man. People straddle the fence, and I straddle the fence on a lot of issues. The youth, I don't think we can actually program them until we start programming them, because unfortunately we're not controlling what they learn. That's the truth of the matter. So young fools turn into old fools. So like I said, this rappers get criticized for bitch, hoe, who taught motherfuckers bitch and hoe. You hear me? My teachers used to cuss me. I throw all this rap. She throwing CDs away. I know she. I'm young. I learned all the cussing from you. Oh wait, why did I say that? You hear me? So like I'm telling you, man, rap is it's an American trauma story. It's an American horror story that we can't actually tell and talk about as being black people. We got to act like we got to keep our heads just like we don't see it. You hear me? Just do it. Hey man, we like being slaves. We like exploitation, free labor and shit. You hear me? We like motherfuckers coming out shit.
I don't think. See, this is the part. All right, so this is why we think what we think. To find out what a person that people are calling black people, it goes even the Indians. To find out what the Indians were doing. There's no way to find out. Like, there's not no books when we go in school to talk about Apaches or any of these people, even though they was just here a little bit over 200 years ago. There's no trace. There's no trace of them. So as far as the language barriers goes, or as far as what you see today, how do we not know if you were them people that was here 200 or 300 years ago, being captive in a land that yeah, bro, there's a great reason for the trauma. But we can easily, if we live and just be in the right now, none of the trauma, bro, these people that own slaves, the majority of them people are dead. They are not the people that's living today. So the people that's living today are more receptive to the things that we're saying now. Now, the old people who was believing that, they still talk. The power structure haven't changed. The power structure haven't changed. Yeah. But I'm saying, the grips that's coming down on us, it's coming down on everybody now. So now I'm saying is the time.
That's the only way they'll see it. That's the only way
it's gonna be seen. That's the only way it's gonna be seen.
Because if it's not happening to them, they can't see it.
Yeah, that's true. But now they see it. Everybody see it happening to everybody. It's no doubt about it now. Like, you see, yeah, bro. I stop. I don't want to say, you see Hunter Biden, the video come out with they got us where we don't even want to say nothing about the shit that's going. Like, we don't even want to speak towards that part of it.
Unless it's black on black.
That's the only way we're talking about it.
Black.
But that's all the music. That's all the music perpetuates, though. Kill that nigga. I fuck that nigga, bitch.
That's not all the songs, but I do agree they are perpetuating it. But in music, fucking cartoons, man, cartoon MMA, they shoot your head explode. Have you seen that shit? Have you seen that shit? What is it? The anime? The anime?
Yeah. Anime, yeah, them cartoons. Yeah.
Oh, they killing shit in the cartoons. This is teaching the kid. Halloween, Jason, John Wick.
I told you though. Look what the cartoons,
the music, the vibrations.
The vibrations, but not only that. When the rappers
that shit can't make you dance, huh?
Can't
no movie make you do all this.
It can, but when the cartoon, they can bring the character back. They can say, "Oh shit, boy, hooked you up. Oh, the fireball killed me." Then he can come back the next episode. When these people that's in this real life shit they living, when they gone, yeah, bro, they don't come back. They don't come back.
Is my thing. Salute to the youth who brave enough to tell their story. Tell your motherfucking story. Salute.
Hey, real shit.
Cause the rest of us is we scared. We not talking about the real trauma, the African American trauma story. You hear me? We not talking about it. Hey, but the rappers is. You hear me? The rappers is. We don't talk about it though. So like I said, we walk around act like the shit is, and this is the whole race as that I'm categorizing. We not, you hear me? Where's our shit? Our shit. We. Here we go with this we shit again. Nigga, you ain't no goddamn Frenchman, nigga. We don't got the Cowboys. We don't got the Thunder. We don't got the Oklahoma Sooners. We don't got the Oklahoma State Cowboys. You hear me? Although we are a part of it. But yet, except when it comes time to get paid. You hear me? When it comes time to get paid, you hear me? Oh, shit. Hey, man. Black economics, commerce. If we ain't talk about no commerce, we can't talk about the youth. And that's my opinion, though. It's just talking to them. We ain't got no jobs for them. We don't got no jobs for them. We ain't got no coaching little league shit that we can be doing. Shit, a lot of shit don't take money. It just take the effort. Most of the shit take effort instead of the money in the mindset. But That's why I say the rappers, they coming together under this whole the music shit. Yeah, they click them up. Or else you see some 30 motherfuckers working together. You hear me? Black people, you hear me? Hey, 30 motherfuckers working together. You hear
But
me?
look, all right, so
damn, where do you see that at? No, for real, that's a real question.
That is, bro. I agree, and I think it's great. But what do you get from it when say Young Thug, what's going on right there? This man was taking care of over 250 households monthly. So what happens now that this man catches a RICO case? Now these 250 people that the whole time they was depending on Young Thug, they probably didn't go get no career, no type of new what am I saying? No new trade. They didn't go get no trades. They didn't do nothing to get the ball rolling. So now they all like, damn, Thug gone. Like, shit, what we gonna do? Like, they SOL. They in a worse position than they would have been if he didn't help nobody and just told them to get it how they live. So sometimes the giving to people, you end up hurting them more so than helping. Like, I'd rather bring the information, the trades. A dude, Moses West, he invented a machine that made water from air, from thin air, and it could make over 20 million gallons a week. One of the machines. So if you look at that and you pass that information down to a young person, they could sell water. They could make a machine and sell water if they needed to. And not even sell water. Like, see, we're taking money and we have been taught, like, go get the money. But instead of psychological, like, psychiatrists are the only people that are learned to really use the right side of the brain. Through school, they only make us deal with the part of our brain that separates things. You had the Civil War, the North versus the South. They teach you to always be at odds, and there's always a tug of war with everything. So that makes it difficult to learn from people. If I'm in competition with you or in tug of war, at some point I'm gonna kind of stop looking with you because I'm gonna see who's in front. You know what I'm saying? That's why somebody told me the other day, say, man, you always got to be front and center. It ain't that I'm being front and center, it's because I really give a fuck. Like, the stuff I say or the limbs that I know I'm willing to take things, I know a lot of people just not really ready to go there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't look at life like you live and you die. I look at it like a lot of us been gone for a long time. It's just our spiritual self expressing itself anyways. Like, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't look at things and see the seriousness or the realness in it. Yeah, bro, these rappers are really speaking death upon themselves and people around them, and then
or
people act like
they're painting a narrative or situations that they're in.
No, you're correct, but they doing it with a not evolved mind. They're not when they get to the evolved state. That's what, to go to the trade and zero shit. That's what made me look at that situation.
Now they eyes.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
How can we say, you at this age, you shouldn't be?
No,
do they tell Garth Brooks, you this age, you shouldn't be doing country music?
No, hell no. But what at Trey and Zero age, what are y'all doing out there jumping somebody in a parking lot? And Trey says he's an activist. So you supposed to be
supposed to get a fair one. That look like, nigga, you better have
a fair one. Yeah, brother. I mean,
it's supposed to be a fair one. That's
hey,
real nigga shit. But
so if Zero
life ain't on that shit, bro.
If Zero would have had a thumper on it, he would have, you know, now you got dead people out here and cats in their 40s because they can't control their emotions. Control your emotions. The young cat,
what if he would have shot somebody? What if he would have had a thumper on that? Would that have been a situation where he can't control his emotions?
No, that was self-defense. It's four people jumping you. Now, if he would have popped it off like that and it was a one-on-one, yeah, you a sucker. You a coward if one person whooped you. But if four people jumping on you and kicking you and I come out and start popping, I mean, hey, bro, that's fair game. It ain't no rules. Y'all done got rid of the rules already. If it was
That's
a fair
where
one, if
that's
it's a
where
fair one, you know
motherfuckers
what I'm
is
saying? Hey,
mistaken. It ain't
yeah,
no rules.
that's
You
what I'm
hear me?
saying. So,
You don't
hey,
know
so we
what a
about to.
motherfucker that a
There we
stranger
go.
that you pull. It ain't no motherfucking rules in this shit, man. For
There we
real,
go.
motherfuckers is doing
There we go.
everything they
Hey,
want to
real
do.
talk. Real
You hear
talk.
me?
This is
So
real.
shit,
This is real.
you know. But the young
Yeah.
life, they're targeted. Statistically speaking, they
Yeah.
say a black man that has three times higher a chance of going to the penitentiary than any other race. A black woman is 4 times higher of dying to giving childbirth. So this is statistically speaking. This isn't opinionated. You hear me? So they're targeted. That's why I say they're painting narratives of the American trauma story, of the African American experience that the masses do not acknowledge. You see, look at the Black Lives Matter. Hey, everybody marching signs and shit. They all right, nigga, shut the fuck up and get back to work.
Yeah.
Why
right
do they
now,
gotta tell us when to talk about our fucking problems? And how can you address problems to your boss?
Stop having a boss. I mean, see,
say that again.
now,
say that again.
Hey, stop
That's
having
real
a boss.
shit.
I mean, the perception of what people consider religion. I just put that up. Re and Ligra. Re and Ligra. So that means basically, what is it? Re-yoke or retie. Basically retie. So the thing is to retie into what? Same thing yoga means. Yoga, yoke, to become one. You are trying to make your body become one with your soul. So if your soul is the omniscient intelligence inside of the body, if that is the intelligence that you have, then therefore, if your soul controls your body, you will feel past, present, and future at the same time. You will begin to know things. So the religion, the goal in religion is to retie your physical body into your soul again. But however, we can never see any of these if we continue to distract the distractions. You know, I think it's just big time people distracted, and one of the biggest distractions is the labels. Yeah, I don't want to be called. I don't want to be called a black person or African American.
That's right. Jahari, the
Yeah.
hippie, said historically, we are the Republicans, back to one of the previous situations that you were saying, because we were conservative. We were creating income instead of being dependent on these government systems, you know. So he also said we have been brainwashed into conforming to liberal ideology. Everything is just taboo. It's BS. I can dig that, brother. Appreciate that insight, brother Jahari, the hippie.
Yeah.
I can dig that.
Talk.
I can dig that, man.
I say that.
Like I say, the youth is being perpetuated. The youth is being led. The youth is being taught. So if we want to change that narrative, we have to start teaching the youth. You hear me? That's this old saying. You can't teach old dogs new tricks. Or the people that know everything, leave them. We got to look to the deaf, dumb, and blind. We got to create think tanks like this, man. Pull up, like, subscribe, share, pull up, leave a comment. Tell us about it. Gather, start organizing, learn how to organize. Which is great. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, Dirty, you be pushing something that I think is real, and it does need to be said as well. Like all of the prophets, all of the people that really cared, they went to the gutters. They talked to the prostitutes, the thieves, the killers, the robbers. They went and talked to the worst of the worst. Because if you could bring them people out of their current mind state or their situation, then you can have an impact on anybody. Like if you can go help those type people, you have the ability to touch anything. So we got to quit looking at things with barriers. The presumption, like if there was a flood, and Dirty, the only people that could help you was some Chinese people. They was the only people with a boat, and everything was flooding. is you gonna not jump on that boat because they Chinese if they say come get on there?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, hey, that's a nigger. I
You know
don't
what I'm
know.
saying?
I'm not
You know
getting
what
on
I'm
the boat with the nigger, brother.
Hey, they fuck. So that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
this is the perception though people gotta start thinking with, bro. You never know from day to day what this world is, what you gonna end up being around with. You better start thinking smarter than harder. Shit, on
America has this colorblind perception thing.
Oh
going
no,
on.
I'm not saying that shit.
No, I didn't say.
Oh,
I know
okay.
you not. But
Yeah,
just
real
it's this
shit.
color. America is just like right now. It's at its peak in America. Racism. You hear me? So we can't even as African, we can't even address the issues talking about the youth that the youth are going through without us playing the race card. But we can get on here and crucify the youngsters with the undeveloped minds looking for alternative measures to get income because they are systematically left out. We can shit on them. That's the disconnection between the elders and the youth. You know, we got to do better. The elders got to do better. The youth got to do better. We got to try to connect. Man got to try to connect with woman. It's a disconnection between man and woman. Everybody's seeing shit from opposing lenses. You hear me? And that's
okay.
Hey man, you hear me?
Yeah, that's okay.
That's okay, but you still got to work together. There is no community without you and I. So reach one, teach one, build and heal. I'm gonna hear that repetitively. You hear me? On this motherfucker, 420 kids. Pull up, pull up, roll up, and come chop it up. You know, shit. Like, share, and subscribe, and comment. Goddamn.
Yeah. KK, Dirty Mac. Hey, Coles of a Black Night, man. Y'all, make sure y'all holler at us, man. And yo,
hey,
we out there. Y'all ready to roll out, man?
All right. Peace, God. Have a good
night.
night.
Already.